Traveling Donkey's here again, working on another vehicle. This time it's an '06 Subaru Legacy. Front hub bearing is bad. We're going to get it replaced. First of all, you got to start by taking off your tire. You get to it. Then you got to get your caliper off, which is what I'm working on now. If you can break it loose. And the one thing about Subaru, everything is metric. Which makes it really nice. When everything can be metric or standard, just one size, makes it nice. These other cars, they have some standard bolts, some metric bolts. It just makes it a hard time to work on it. If you like the videos, hit the like button, subscribe. If you're learning something, this ain't a how-to, I'm just showing you how I do it. Sometimes how I do it ain't the same as everybody else. But it's like I always say, the way I do it works for me. So that's the way I do it. I need some more bolts here. Which makes it a whole lot of fun. Alright, once you get that caliper off there, the rotor's supposed to come off, but it's frozen on. I have to get that off after I get the hub bearing out. But right now, I'm working on this nut right in here. This is your axle nut. You gotta take that off and push that axle back a little bit, make sure it's free from the splines, so you can get in back there and pull the hub bolts out. Alright, after you get that nut off there, in my case I had to use the impact and a really big mallet to pound it through. Back in here where you can see that socket, there's a bolt. There's actually 4 of them. 2 more up in there, 1 there, and 1 back there, but I don't think you can see it. That's what I'm going to work on now, taking them out of there. Wish me luck. Alright, now that you got the old one off with pounding and prying and whatever, you take your old one, which is right here. And if you can see, it was definitely bad. But you match your old one up to your new one. You make sure it all looks the same, which I've already pre-done. Check out your axle, make sure you didn't screw up none of the threads or the splines. You take your dust shield here that commenced into getting a beat the crap out of, flatten her back out a little bit, make her look pretty. Then you do everything in reverse. Put your 4 bolts in, slide it on there, make sure you get it on your splice there. And you put your 4 bolts in there. Slide this thing in there and put your 4 bolts in. Some people freeze them before they put them in. I don't think that far ahead. So I'm gonna get her all up in there and get all this grime and everything out of here. Normally I'd take some sandpaper and clean her out. But I'll get back as soon as I get her a little further on. Alright, that's what it looks like when it's done. All I gotta do is put the tire back on it, take it for a test drive, make sure I did it all right. And make sure with that axle nut, this little divot right here, you can take a chisel or something, you press that in there, that's what locks it in. You gotta lock that thing in and never, ever, ever use the impact to tighten this down. Because you'll pull it too tight and put too much wear on that bearing that you just replaced. I went ahead and checked the brakes while I was here. They still got a couple more months worth of life in them, so I ain't gonna mess with that. Well, this was Shorty with the Traveling Donkeys, doing a bearing on a car, Subaru 06 Legacy. If you like what you saw, hit the like button and subscribe. Thank you.